Welcome to HR Max. Today we gonna build a beautiful cozy tavern in Windrose. This is our third build of this city. So we are building a massive city in which we included a lots of build. So here our third build, which is tavern for pirates, so they can enjoy their meals and a fun time. They can also feel relaxed after enjoying in a hot spring. So here you can see we take a small detail to make our pirates happy and enjoy their meals in this tavern. For that, on a ground floor we built a hot spring, and on a ground floor a restaurant where they can enjoy their meal and beverage and can enjoy a soothing experience and relax their mind after watching this. A wooden structure which is spread everywhere on this floor, and here you can see a small dining table. A group of four, they can sit together and have a fun and have some chit chat. And here we going upstairs to see what is in, and here you can see that we make a storage and a private room for a pirate so they can discuss their plan, how to steal and how to take command on other pirates and fight with East Indian Company. Now we gonna move underground and see what we built there. You can find it is very soothing, relaxing and a calm atmosphere where a light is dim and a hot spring which has a statue of a crocodile which gave a soothing experience and the courage of pirates where they can feel how powerful they are. We also place a firecracker near this hot spring so they can enjoy the sound of firecracker and a light that comes out of it. And this is our tavern which has everything included to make our pirates happy. So this is our third build of this city. We may include a lots of things in the future. So please do subscribe our channel, and once we update you will get a notification. Please do bookmark, share with your friends and start building. So now let's see a full guide of this tavern. So now we have a foundation to fill and make a foundation for our tavern, and we also require a hot spring, so we may left some space for that too. So here you can see that we are snapping with one another with the help of quick build. So now we want to create a hot spring. For that we must have a shovel to dig on the ground. And here you can see how we are digging. Once you take a shovel you get a four option: weapon, dig, raise, flatten. So you need to take a dig and just start digging, and maybe you can draw inside that in this process, so you need to unstuck yourself and repeat again. And we want a furnace to give a warm look where we can see how smoke coming outside the water. And here you can see that we place a furnace but it's look very abrupt, so now we gonna make it clean. And here you can see we are making some space for our hot spring, and now we are taking a large beam to add our staircase on it. So here you can see the corner stairs we are placing in a corner, and adding a stone stair all four side like a rectangle. But the thing is our hot spring is too deep. For that we have to shift our whole structure little bit down, but first create to know whether it's coming in a proper shape or not. So here we are destroying, and another again we died. And now we are placing a tiles and just remove which is unnecessary. And here we remove all those structure. So here we are adding some large flow, and now we need to shift a little bit a downside. So now we take a block and add one vertical block, and just on a down beam we start snapping our stairs. Just see how we are doing. Just continue this beam. Now, no, we don't want this one. Okay, a bottom one beam, it's a good idea. And now you can see that we are adding a stairs, and wherever you find sand, so just dig that out and you can find. This is super easy, and this can be removed very quickly. So maybe in this process you gonna die while drawing. I don't know exactly why this is happening, but maybe this one is the issue. We need maybe a Windrose need to be solved, and if you didn't, you can stuck somewhere. Just unstuck yourself. Maybe you get die, but you can start building without any frustration. And here you can see we are almost ready with our hot spring, but we need to expand more to make a perfect room for our hot spring. So here we are adding a more stairs, and here we need to dig out, and again we need a corner stairs. So just remove that beam and just add stairs and remove, because this is just for our help, and now we don't require this beam. So just remove it and dig and flatten this area like this. Wherever you find some ups and down uneven space, just dig that out and make it a plane. Again we unstuck yourself, and now we are adding a floor under the water, and you can see that again we just fell down in the water, and we don't have any mechanic to come upside. That's the reason we get stuck. So you need to unstuck yourself, and now we have created some floor on the water so we don't get draw down. And here you can remove sands and make it plain. It's look fine. Just we need to add more flow. Just need to add a floor inside the water, and we're gonna remove that floor that we are standing right now. And here you can see that we are make a plane, and again we cannot comes out, means we get stuck. And now we need a wall inside of this, so we need to take a wall. And here we have this large wall which require a clay, and here we are snapping with our stairs. And here you can see that we are snapping with stairs, and yeah, we get a perfect shape. Now we are adding a furnace, but it's look too ugly, so we need to add a floor on it, but just need to expand this first so we get exact idea how much space do we want. So just remove this wall foundation, and just remove this sand with the help of shovel. Just dig that out, and now we are adding a stairs all four side, so it's give a very cozy look and a very retro. So here we are adding a cornerstone and a stairs, and just remove whichever thing is coming in between. So here we are adding a floor, maybe a one block down inside the water, so we didn't get a drone, so we get stuck if we drone inside this hot sauna. So you need to be very precise. Just left some space so we can stand on it, And now you can see that we didn't find any furnace reflection. We cannot see a furnace. It's feel like a hot water boiling inside that. Now is the time to create a ground floor. So here we are adding a wall. You can see how we are doing this. You just need to be very careful with the snapping thing. You need to be perfectly snap with the stairs. And here we are adding some stairs to go upstairs. And here you can see how we are adding a wall. You just need to rotate carefully and you need to snap it perfectly, otherwise your shape get distort. So be careful with that. And here we are completing our wall, and this is almost done. So now we need to fill this gap with the same stone that is on our path. And here we are adding a foundation stone. Just snap with the wall and just be careful with the alignment, and just do as quick as possible. Be careful, otherwise you can transpass the wall, so you don't overlap each other. Just be careful and snap it. Okay, right now I off my snap and just doing this thing. It's look cool. Now we are adding foundation this side. We need to snap with the wall and just unstuck and see the height match with the current one, and just repeat everywhere, all four sided. Just remove this and add a small block to make it perfect. And here we are adding another, and just complete all four sides. It's look nice. So we have a lots of space now. And be careful with the circle. So we have a build area. You can see our white chalk circle. And here we are adding a flow to fill the whole hot spring. So this would be our ground floor. And here we are filling whole gap. Be careful with the snap and left some space for stairs to go downstairs. And here you can see that we have a good block, a main foundation where our tavern gonna build. So here you can see that we are closing the gap to make it look a one object, one structure. It's look nice. And now we need more things to do. So this is perfect. And here we are need to add some gallery which have some flower on it. So we are using this foundation stone, and it's also work as a stairs to go upside. So here we are adding more stone, all four side, and a small one here. So we can easily move up and down. And here we are adding a gallery for our plant. So just repeat the process, adding a floor marble. And here we are taking a wall clay to close it down, otherwise it look hollow. Nice. And just close this gap also. Now we are taking a flower pot, and just need to rotate and okay. Now just place everywhere here like this. Okay, in the end we put a plant pot like this one, a large pot. So now our foundation it's completely built. So now let's focus how Tavern gonna build. So here we are taking some new walls like this large wall, clay and log, and we'll show you the blueprint also, so you can easily get the idea what we are building. So we take a 4 block, but we require a 5. So here we are placing a fifth one, and just remove this. It's look too much. So now we replace that with a large wall, which is the log, and here you can see it's look very cozy and very beautiful. Our side wall is ready, and our front wall, which must have a door. For that we are now placing a large wall first, then we gonna remove a two wall which is unnecessary, but for the alignment right now we build that. And this is our side build. Here you can see that how we are doing. So now the thing is that large wall looking too large, and we need to replace that with a small wall. But we need to look how we gonna place our door first. For that we take a wall log, a small log, and just place like this, and we need to rotate 90-degree like this and add our door. Just move and place. It's look beautiful, but there is an issue that we can't see inside the of our restaurant, so we need a log, a small log, and just need to place like this, so we can get a whole view inside of our tavern. It's also give a illusion, so we need to require to make a frame, and just need to add this beam and a pillar to give a illusion of a glass window, and also it's help for ventilation. So just create like this, so it gave a illusion of a glass window. And we need to make this in opposite side also, so let's do that. And we can also see inside what exactly a tavern a look alike. And here we are adding a wall, and now we need to add some more wall like this, a small wall, and just quick build that. Okay, now we need to add a roof. It's too much. Just be careful with the alignment, and, and while you snap, it's look nice. We need to add a beam to give a support. So let's do this first. And now we are adding a beam, a pillar. So here we are adding a beam, so it gave a support to our roof, otherwise it can fall down. And here we are adding a window, so just remove that, this also, and adding a glass window like this, double sash window. Be careful with this window. If you open, it could open inside the tavern, but we don't want that. Always this window should be open outside the tavern. And here it's look nice. So our structure is almost ready. We gave some design interior to it, but we can fill that later. And here we are adding a roof, and we need to add a wall because we didn't apply all four sides. And here we are creating a layout as per our blueprint you can see in the corner of this gameplay. And here we are doing the same thing, just follow the guideline, and we are added a door, and just remove this extra part and just add some wall. And we need to add a wall all four sides to get complete. and we replace with that with some windows, so don't worry of that. And here we are adding a more, and we need to go upstairs. For that we require a stairs. Just make it to go upstairs, and then you can remove that later. And here we are filling our roof like this, and now we need to snap our roof with our floor, which is our first floor. And here we are filling the gap and adding a small roof to give more height to our tavern. And here we are filling everything perfectly, and now we need to add a window first, and then we gonna place our wall. So how many wall windows you want, it's depend on you. It's your creative freedom where you want to put a window. We're going to add two or more windows, or maybe we club together. Right now we just placing like this, so we get the idea how much height we want. And here we are placing, and here we need, but be careful with the opposite direction. Both should be similar in same alignment, then it will look perfect. And here there is a issue with my windows opening inside the tavern, but we want outside. To just replace wherever you find, and we are adding a large wall, clay and log. It's look very cozy, and I really like the texture of this wall. And here we are placing everywhere. So it's look nice. So now we're gonna add a floor, large floor. You can also increase the size if you want, but for me right now it's not a major requirement, so I will directly added a floor on this wall. And here we need a beam. Okay, pillar, a beam. Okay, for perfectly snap your roof, you require to add a beam like this. Create a wireframe like this, like see how we are doing. Just snap it properly and move forward with the help of quick build. You need to create a frame first to add a roof, otherwise your roof uh, may be uneven, maybe it create a lots of problem while snapping one another. So I find that this is very quick way to make a roof. Just add a wire, just add a frame like this with the help of beam, so you get an idea. And roof will snap with the beam, and it can be aligned perfectly, otherwise you may get stuck snapping both of them. And here you can see that we are completed with our frame, and now we need to add some triangular wall. I did a wrong thing, maybe. Okay, this one I only want, and just place everywhere. This is a corner thing, so we require a triangular wall, and above that roof will come. So our frame is ready for our roof. We just need to okay, now we can easily snap with. So here we are adding no, this is not so let's complete a roof first. So we're gonna take a roof, which this is this large roof tiles. Just add a 2 block. Okay, done. Just repeat the same thing in opposite direction. See, we have an issue, we didn't snap properly with a beam. Okay, now we are snapping properly, so just do it. Be careful with the snap. And here we are adding more. And now we require a rooftop. This is a roof ridge, and we need to add this. And we need to extend a little bit so it gave a depth to our tavern. So just add one more block of this roof. Okay, now we need a roof ridge. We are adding a roof ridge here, and same we're gonna repeat here. Just do like this. Let them go inside the roof, and same we're gonna repeat here. We also add extra roof on door side, and here we need a ridge to complete this hollow thing, and just place here. And wow, so now we need to add some roof in front door, and we have to work on a stats. So here I am taking this first, a fan stick, and placing on a window to give a decorative look. Wow, it's look nice. So basically it's look very cozy and beautiful. And we need to do a more. We need a roof in front of our door, and here we also need require to add a fence. So we may take a fence here. Let's take a fence and do it. And it's look very beautiful. What I exactly visualize. And now we are adding a beam to give a support. It's give a final touch to our build. But now we require a roof in front of our door. So we using a faked tile which require lots of clay. And here we are adding a roof both the side, and we gonna add a ridge about it. So first add a roof, and then just place a roof ridge, and a large pillar, and for giving a support add a beam like this, and just fill the gap of a roof which we left earlier. So we are creating a flow to make this. Later we can destroy that, and here we can add a large flow like this. Snap with one another carefully, and then you can have a triangular wall. Just place snap with the wall which we have created just right now, and it's look perfect. So repeat this process everywhere you see a hollow area. So now our build is ready. So hope you like our build and our gaming tutorial. So how we build this tavern. This is our third build in this city. So tell me what to create next, and what you like to see in my build, and what you have a query, and you can ask any question. So if you didn't follow or subscribe our channel, please do subscribe. Till then, see ya, keep building.